done. All right. Then we're going to complete Area 75, and this time... Do I want to go way more? I don't think so. I think we still do 15 minutes. All right. I did not save that formation. Dang it. Should have. That's okay. We're going to go maybe Speed Champions this time. Maybe we do Speed Champions this time. Except for Jarlaxle. So we want Jarlaxle. Oh, we want Gold Find. Never mind. We want Evander. Doing some Gold Find and some Speed. We're going to do all the combinations. Let's move her up for debuff scenarios. All right. We'll get some candy action going on in a bit. That's because Lae'zel is adding the butt damage. There you go. There you go. Okay, so we have a ungeared Strongheart. We're going to open a gold chest to be max efficiency here. Large potion of speed. Speed Saturday. We got a blue and a green on different items, so that's perfect. So we got 2 item slots filled with that. Now I can dive into Electrums. We have Chainmail. Expert Crewman Kit, Large Potion of Speed. There's another white. Yeah, they're blue. Oh, blue for Warden. Okay. Warden needed. That's the thing with the Electrums, is they're going to feed blues in other places. Righteous Might, there's all 6 of his items, but a couple of them are white. There's the green for it. No, do white. Pop this. Didn't help. Okay. So can we get a green out of that one and help out? No. Okay, there's greens. That's... Oh, I can't look. Fortunately, we can go to Champion Surge. Strongheart has 1 more green to go. So he needs the upgraded dagger. Rolling whites, there's the upgraded dagger. Perfect. Medium potion of speed. Okay. The Strongheart is now in green or better gear. So we will not open any more Electrums on him. Or any more Electrums, because we don't want to feed... we want to get more of the blues out of his stuff for the time being, if we can. We're going to have 2 more gold chests for him. We have a chance to get 2 more blues. I'd rather that than... This doesn't matter at this point. We're just speeding through this as quickly as we can. We're just trying to be super efficient with Strongheart's itemization, since I don't have a ton of gear options for him. And we've got a lot of people who have green gear still. So BBG is part of the event. We will be doing more of his stuff to try to get more... we should be able to get his 3 other blues from the tier 2 stuff. Freely is a time gate champion, so that's got to come out of Electrum chests. So we got to hold on to Electrums. Duke Ravengard will get blues from his tier 2 stuff. Warden, Will, and Strongheart need to get blues out of their time gate. Esmeralda's already full blue with an epic. Or not out of their time gate. Strongheart, Strongheart's going to get 2 more blues out of this time gate, unless we get a lucky epic. Warden and Will, and then the rest of Stronghearts have to come from Electrum chests. That's why I didn't want to spend a lot of my Electrums, because I know I'm going to need them to try to get everybody to full blue. We don't have any legendary effects that increase speed effects. We don't have legendary effects that do anything other than boost damage. That's the problem. That's one of the big problems of the current legendary system. They were like, well, I made it at first and I didn't want to have to come up with like a ton of different stuff. And so we just went with damage first. Well, the problem is when you do that, then that's all the system becomes for years. And if you ever change it, people get upset. So diversify from the beginning. And then you don't run into these kind of issues. Well, people can opt into these kind of issues, but you know. Was it worth starting to invest 50K into the speed champion feats? We had this conversation earlier, but you may not have been here. When when it comes to gem spending, my general rule for people is don't save up for something unless you can earn the gems for it in 5 days of normal play or less. Not 5 days of, well, later on 5 days of like your gem farming, but when you're progressing through the early game and into the start of the mid game, 5 days of normal play. Not I'm going to stop doing everything else in gem farm, right? So watch how many gems you're earning in a day of regular play. Like, you know, fire up the client, see what number you're at, make a note of it, play for the day. At the end of the day, make a note, do your subtraction, figure out how many gems you earned that day, multiply that by 5. Are you going to be able to afford the thing? Then yeah, save up for the thing. Otherwise, buy gold chests, like right now. Right now, I just my focus is epics, getting full epic on my core and evergreens, and getting contracts, blacksmithing contracts, bounty contracts for the event, and as many speed potions as I can get. We're up to 13 larges. I could use more mediums, but I'm happy with 13 larges at the moment. That's kind of enough of a stockpile where I'm like, okay, like this might be. We might be where we want to be, almost. To like save up for a speed feat. Because I have some gem, like some speed feats I would like to save up for. But and then after all of those 50K speed feats, then there's the Omirage, 50K Omirage. That would be last after the speed feats. I hope I understand why. It would be last after the speed feat. It's always nice, but also feels slightly wasted when you're like when you're using potions. No, it all adds together. How would it be wasted? What happens is if you're not picking the right value of speed potion, like I get mad at myself at times because I try to look at the area goal and I try to look at the speed champions available and I try to pick like either the right number of mediums or go with a large. And I get a little off. I'm still with some of the patrons. I'm a little off, but usually this is about like a 15-minute potion with speed champions is about 125 levels. An hour-long potions with speed champions with like all my speed champions is about 600 areas. So yeah. The 10 cap is easy to reach with the speed. Well, but the 10 cap is only affected by Shandy and the feat on Human. All the other speed champions boost other things that will speed you up along with that. So the only champion that you might ditch out of a speed formation, if you're getting 10x off potions and a speed core, is Shandy, and then you just use a different feat on Human. You'd still want Human in. So yeah. All the other speed effects work with 10x potions and make you go just faster. But also, yeah, I mean, I tend to, on my main account, I don't even care. I just throw Shandy in, and for some reason, I'll still throw 10x of potions in, and it's like, whatever. Until they give me somebody else in that slot. It's a habit. But on this account, if I'm running 10x, it's because Shandy's in. Shandy and Human are in. So this is the feat for Human. Increase game speed by 10% when the formation is not under attack. That's like a speed potion. So right now we're at 1.925. Shandy hasn't kicked in her speed yet. Human has, just by existing in the formation with that feat. But I've got Whittle doing spawn speed. I've got BBEG reducing area requirements on occasion. Where is that? Oh, it'll be here at 370. God, we're not even there yet. There. Now I've got his speed effect going. So he's going to reduce the area kill requirements on the next area. Oh, well. Never mind. Boss. But was 25, now it's what? 18. That makes the clear faster. At the moment, I don't have all of my speed champions up to their speed effect. That's the problem, not having a lot of favor. There's Human in. So now, along with 18 being the quest goal, Human's going to give me extra credit for everything that I kill. That gives me faster too. Come on, let Diana. We got dash going on. Just hasn't kicked in, but we're leveled up enough. Well, there's lots of speed champions you can use if you have 10x speed. I wasn't going to list them all off. It's literally everybody other than Shandy and that beat on him. Some streamers, that's not how you get nerds anymore. That was how you get nerds at launch, and launch was a long time ago in a galaxy far away. They're now only available in game for gems. So. But yeah, originally that's how you got nerds. You had to go buy nerds candy and then upload an image of the receipt. But then there was a workaround where you could just upload any picture because they weren't checking. Yeah, well, I never trust a wiki. Oh, that's mean, but yeah, that's real. Kind of got to make sure you're at the right wiki too, and then you're like, well, when was this updated? And because originally there were two different wikis, and then they were supposed to combine, but I don't know how well that combination did, and yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But yeah, so that's not, you can't get nerds that way anymore. They don't seem to care about my suggestion to lower the price, Bernali. I tried, folks. I tried. They basically they don't want nerds used by new players. Is what I got out of that. So all right, now we're cooking with gas. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Give me that thief. Give me that thief upgrade. Let the gold just roll in. Boom. Rolling in the deep gold piles. We're gonna keep going. They don't need another candy champion. They don't care. Like they've basically stated multiple times that Nerds was a joke champion. Like they did it because there was a crossover with like Nerds and D&D. Nerds and Wizards of the Coast did a D&D crossover, marketing crossover. So they tied it into the game too. So unless Wizards of the Coast has a D&D crossover with some other candy, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Nerds don't even help you with split the party, honestly, because why? Because you're not gonna have 100,000 gems by the time. Like you're gonna be done with your split the parties, unless you just give up all progression to save up for nerds, which is the problem with nerds. Is some people start the game and think, oh, I've got to save up for this champion. They're going to be real good, and then they get them, and then it's like, well, I'm done with this game. that's how I imagine it going. Yeah, exactly, Pranali. When I started, I was saving for nerds until I couldn't really go any further. Yeah, because you had no power. Spin it all on gold chests and made it easier to make it in campaigns. Yeah, exactly. That's why you invest in. That's why you spend your gems on chests for a very, very, very long time. Again, some streamers. I was here when I've been here the whole time. I know how they launched in the game, but that was a long time ago. That was almost 3 years ago. Because they're about to fall out of Elminster. Fall out of use for Elminster. There, we can go look. Sort by release date, unowned. September 1st, 2021. So. A long time ago that you could get them for free. Well, so here's the thing. My argument for dropping the price is that having a flexible option in slot 1 is actually fantastic for new players because Bruner is really restricted. He can only buff in his column. And there are a lot of event formation layouts and thus time gate formation layouts that don't allow you to put Bruenor in the same column as the DPS when you have starting groups of champions, and Nerds would allow a flexible buffer in slot 1 for that, and a tank in slot 1 if you make them tank. So they would bring a lot of functionality. They don't have to bring a lot of power. They just have to bring adequate power but better functionality than Bruenor. And for 1,000 gems, they'd be great for new players. Justin literally just said, basically, I don't want new players using nerds. Like, well, then why did you put nerds in the game if you don't want players using nerds? Like, they're not worth it when you get 100,000 gems when you're in the mid game and you can, mid to late into get mid game and you can easily afford 100,000 gems. They fit 2 formations. 1, Artemis. 2, Willy Wonka, which is Nerds and Will. That's not worth 100,000 gems. Or they're for the people like the Lurking Rider that just want to play the game hard mode and be a Nerds DPS main. Or gatekeeping a candy. I don't know. I mean, wasn't candy always gate kept because because it costs money and not everybody can afford it? I don't know. It's the same thing. Did I use my own Electrum code today? I probably did. What's her favorite? EO7? And with our power, I think we could finish the variant. And I don't know that I care to spend more time on this than we are already. So let's save this.